That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer.
Blasphemer? Regardless, sorry about that, folks. Usually I remember to turn the audio back up. The summary of what was said, I didn't have subtitles on IC. Just that it's a drinking game for a staff. And we did the drinking and ended up in the Temple of Dibella? What's going on here?
I see. So you don't remember fondling the statuary then? I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat. Which means you don't remember losing your temper and throwing trash all over the temple.
Was a man named Sam with me?
Dibella teaches love and compassion, but that doesn't mean we're just going to tell you what you want to know and let you walk away from this. Pick up your mess, then apologize. And if we think you're sincere, we'll consider lending you aid.
In trouble with the priestesses of Dibella again. Alright, here's our trash. What's this? You need the following to repair the broken staff. Giant's toe, holy water, hagraven feather. We did just pick up some holy water. Huh, so the staff is broken. There's a giant's toe. More holy water.
Oh my. It isn't often I'm allowed to gaze upon such a flawless beauty.
That's great. Shouldn't you be communing with your god?
Mother Hamal and the other sisters are more than capable of training Fjotra. However, I've never held to the belief that the sisters need a sibyl to hear the commandments of Dibella. We need only listen to our bodies. For it's the moistness of our mouths, the throbbing of our hearts, and the warmth of our loins that Dibella truly speaks to us. You can guess for yourself.
That's great,
which part I listen to the most.
That's a lot of options, okay. I'm not even going to answer.
Goodbye.
This is not the person I meant to talk to. Where is... Ah, here's Senna.
I suppose that'll do. Dibella teaches us forgiveness after all. Even for a drunk like you.
So, do you remember anything I said when I got here?
You were ranting when you got here, but most of it was slurred.
Marriage and a goat.
You did say something about Rorikstead.
In
Maybe you
Rorikstead.
should take a look there.
Okay.
Welcome.
Am I really where we think we are? Sure is Markarth. Okay. Well, we're a long way from Whiterun. Huh. Okay, so I mean, out of character, I did know that the quest would take us here. But nice to get a free ride to Markarth, because we have a couple things we need to do. We just, last episode, got that silver mold back for Endon on behalf of the Thieves Guild. And we can see if he's interested in helping us establish the guild's foothold here in this city. If we can just find him. Sorry, hopefully these tunnels aren't causing my camera to pop around too much. Oh, right. Down and then up. And over. See, Endon's wife is not at market right now. Back in the inn? Oh, there's our man. And what are you doing here?
Need something?
I guess not. I'm sorry, I ended I'd sit down with you, but someone else seems to have taken the spot.
I work silver, like my father, and his father before him.
Yes, it's me. I have your silver mold.
You've more than proven that the Thieves Guild is back on its feet in our city, and earned every bit of your reward. Tell Delvin that he can count on me to provide the influence around here with the right people when he needs it. If you're ever looking to sell any illegally obtained merchandise, I'd also provide my services as a fence. It's the least I can do.
That is indeed helpful. What do you give me for these?
I've got coin and I've got merchandise. Let's see what we can do.
I don't actually remember offhand if we have anything stolen to sell. Looks like not. I don't think we even have that holy water. Unless it went into potions. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
When you get back to Riften, tell Delvin this new arrangement's working out quite well.
I will. We should probably get some sleep. Oh no, we're still well rested. Alright, speaking of Riften, we haven't been back there since braving the Twilight Sepulchre. We really should. Just to see what state the guild is in. I don't think things have quite settled down after Mercer Frey's death. But there's one other thing we can do while we're here in town. I feel a little bit bad about what we had to do to Calsomo. I think we did not end up killing his son, but his son was definitely hunting for us. I don't know if we were recognized or not, but we promised to do something that we did not end up doing. He needed a monstrous spider in his dig site killed, and we did not do so. What is a Khajiit doing in here?
This Khajiit guards the others.
You're not allowed in the city walls. At least, that's what I thought. I don't particularly mind, but... Anyway, let's see if we can get on Calsomo's good side, because we need someone to sell arcane goods to here in Markarth. We also, out of character, I've been working on at least getting started with smithing. And we're going to need some Dwemer metal to really make progress on that. So I emptied a lot of our inventory into, well, all the extra stuff into Frost's, where it will stay until we get back to him. And we're just taking just the essentials so we can carry as much Dwemer metal out of here as possible. Offhand, I believe there's a chest hidden somewhere in here. This might not be the place. It may also be later on in the ruin. So this is Nchuand-Zel, the old Dwemer city beneath Markarth. Okay, I'm not seeing the chest that I thought would be here. I must be thinking of it being somewhere else. So we will continue. Nope, don't want to do that. Oh, dang it. I have this hotkeyed wrong. The one thing we did do for crafting, I discovered we didn't really have as many materials as I would have liked. We did craft a steel dagger of Soul Trap. And hopefully, that'll help us get started on enchanting. Okay. Let's see if that has the hands switched around properly. Looks like not yet. No, it wants to put it in our left hand. Why is that? Okay. Let's try unfavoriting it. That's better. And then refavoriting it. It looks like it's still in there. Well, bugger. I guess that's fine. I'll just have to figure that out between episodes. So far, so good. No danger yet. Looks like the dig definitely got this far. Starting to think I hear something, though. That's a spider. I hate spiders. Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna dance? No? Uh-oh. There he goes. Yikes. It's not a frame rate issue. Here, you see we have it capped around 50-something. I guess he's just gonna keep doing that. It's all the legs. Makes him a little more prone to uncontrolled ragdolling, but that's just Skyrim things. Oh, jank. There was one behind us too. I can see the one behind us. Small. Uh-oh, we're about to die. Must have a bad poison in us. Let's see here. Okay. Disaster averted. That's some good bummer metal there. Oh no. I don't think it sees us. We're in shadow. Come on, switch weapons. We really don't want that spit to get on us. That wasn't so bad. Hopefully that will be the last of these dang spiders. What's this? Salonia. We've been saddled with some researchers who can't go 4 steps without examining something, and they fight about as well as you'd think. Probably worse. Strom at least has some magical competence, but none of them can swing a sword. Eri and Krag seems up to something, so I'll have to keep an eye on them, but Staubin assures me that they're trustworthy. Aletheus. Oops. Yeah, we're not going to have room for all that stuff, really. I'm also going to be trucking dweller metal out of here. Oh, no, not you. Not the body. Hey. Our quested update. What was that? Recover Strom's journal. Interesting. So begins the Lost Expedition. Because we only found that one body. The rest of the expedition must have gotten in here. I believe that's a pressure plate. What's that? Balmer. I see skeletons down there, perhaps. But lights. Blood. Well, Falmer are blind. That gives us a significant advantage. Seems like they don't have any of their critters around right now. This one's wearing Dwemer armor. That's interesting. We need to find a way down to that platform. Looks like there may be some answers there. Uh-oh. Looks like the arrow was just a flesh wound. Nchuand-Zel quarters. Thank you, mods, for having a soul trap sound that is not deafening. I will have to link the mod we're using in the description. It might be audio overhaul for Skyrim 2. Or it might be a special mod, I forget. Regardless, the vanilla soul trap sound is just thunderous. Since I knew we'd be starting out with a fairly sneaky build. A slightly quieter soul trap sound seemed appropriate. Could probably save here. I remember at this part of Nchuand-Zel, I always get a little turned around as to which way I'm supposed to go first. Maybe around... Oh, there's a whole gang of Falmer down there. But once again, they are blind. What, the rest didn't hear that? Okay, this is a little silly. Yeah, they're just basic Falmer. The higher level ones are sometimes better at detecting you, but I think we actually have a muffle enchantment from our Nightingale armor, so if we're just facing Falmer without any critters nearby, we might have an easier time than we should. Already overburdened. Okay, so we just need to be efficient about which items we're taking. Generally with the mods that we have, the larger and more intact a piece of Dwemer metal is, the more efficient it is at giving us actual ingots out of its full mass. So we'll try that for now. Oh, we don't want that shovel for sure. We just may have to drop more as we go. But it's just kind of inevitable in a Dwemer ruin. You end up overburdened. Oh, that's a critter. The animation of wielding a dagger in my left hand is a little weird. I will, of course, need to figure out why exactly hotkeys like that when previously the other dagger we had hotkey would go into our right hand. Could manually switch, but it's not really worth it to me right now. And this door leads back into Nchuand-Zel. So where are we supposed to go the other way first? Yes, there is an arrow in this area. Well, let's see what part of the ruins we come out in. Okay, just an isolated platform. So we did go the right way. I think that's our goal over there. Is that a mage light? Some kind of bummer light. Nothing much in here. Glass mace, but it's pretty heavy, and we just don't have the room for it, unfortunately. Really do love the glass equipment. Very pretty overall. All right. Let's get back to the point where we had two different ways to go. Oop. Too much? Okay. That's the reward Endon gave us. I don't know if this is quite useful. We already have alchemy gauntlets, I believe. I don't think we want to throw out our alchemy ingredients, so it's really just Dwemer metal, unfortunately. I think in vanilla, at least, it's these Dwemer solid metal that are really... They give you a lot, but also really heavy. Oh, 1 second, folks. Looks like we have some spam. All right, hopefully that is taken care of. I believe this is our turn. The ruins are quiet. We haven't come across any actual Dwemer machines. Anyway, in vanilla, I think it's actually these bent scrap metals that are the most efficient weight to, well, product ratio. But with our mods, I think that's a little different. We just want the big pieces. Dead Fulmer. That one had ironwood nuts. Interesting. What was that? A rune? Well, that one hurt. Oh my, there's another rune going off. Oh. He's bashing us. Oh, look. Looks like you're having some trouble there. Okay, that ragdolling was actually reasonable. And now it's not. He's off to Aetherius. Tree. dead now, but perhaps the Dwemer were tending to it with that light. Maybe that's where the ironwood nuts are from. Drum, okay. I've decided to remain behind with one of our guards and further document the living area we've stumbled across. I write this to the best of my ability, but due to the sudden disappearance of the Dwemer, it is almost impossible to say for certain what anything is. The tree. By the 9, I cannot determine the purpose of this tree. It appears to be from the area around Whiterun, but why and how it got here is beyond me. I think it may have been a gift from the surface world, but based on the lavish surroundings, it could also be a display of power. Check the living areas nearby for any additional clues. Living areas. Upon further investigation of the area, it looks like this structure houses 2 clans or families. I can think of no other reason for this particular layout. Perhaps this group oversaw the particular portion of the city? I'll have to compare the notes from all the other areas as we uncover more of the city. Hopefully some of these will contain more in-depth clues. Here's a smaller wing collapsed on itself, and maybe when the expedition returns we can dig out an entrance. Falmer have begun to creep back into this area of the ruins. It's a good thing I'm not here alone. We've managed to block off some of the areas we suspect the Falmer were coming in through, but they're still getting to us somehow. Together we're able to hold them back. How long until Staubin and the rest return? Looks like they were not able to hold out as long as they would have liked. Cover Ares and Krag's journal. There's a bedroll here. I don't think we need it right now, though. Okay. Looks like there might be something there. Of course, this could be a bit that's housing 2 families, as Strom said. So I'm not sure if it'll be dead end or not. Falmer can't see us, but the spider might. We need to be careful and quick. Stone bed. Just like in the Overcity. Okay. Looks like we're done collecting struts. Probably this large plate metal has to go now, too. I think there's a chest over it. Oh. Did see something. We were... Oh, dang it. Yeah, that animation's kind of janky. Oh well. There's a chest here. Circlet minor restoration and potion. Oh, just overburdened. Okay. This is happening a lot quicker than I had hoped it would. Suppose we don't need to be carrying all these poisons. I had been taking them because they're pretty good value for their weight, but I suppose really more valuable is just the ability to advance our smithing. I believe there's a spell to in one of our mods, I think it's alteration, unfortunately, to be able to smelt. Well, summon a smelter, or I think, I'm not sure, summon a smelter or smelt from inventory, which could be really useful for breaking them down into more efficient ingots on the go, but you're not doing alteration. And this is a torture chamber. I'm not sure if the Dwemer built this or the Falmer. Lever here. Okay, well, definitely the Dwemer. Disturbing. I think this area is a dead end. Let's get out of here. I believe there's a ramp down from this doorway. We can see if we can get to the rest of the expedition. Might have been another rune. We need to be careful. I think I mean, I didn't see it. The ramp goes further down that way, and also one continues this way. We will, for now, continue laterally. It's easier to get down than it is to get up, so we should probably wait to get down until we need to. Don't want to hop in this water. Nothing for it, I suppose. Out of character, I don't really remember. I think... What was that? A rune in the water? We have to be extra careful. Okay. So we knew there was a fire rune here that I did not see. Let's see if we can actually spot it this time. I did not see it. Not sure what's up with that. Oh, I think we bump into him. But we're filling soul gems at least. Let's see what we've got so far. Some petties, a good number of lesser, and a couple common. It is a little interesting to me that the Falmer don't have black souls like the races of Mer and Men and the Beast Folk do. Let's not go the way that we went. Also, I should probably be in first person. Maybe this will help. Let's see if we can get up on that platform. Come on. I think this is where we ran into that other rune. So I'm a little nervous. There's definitely a path upward here. Yeah, unfortunately every lock in the game looks the same. Even a Dwemer lock probably wouldn't look like this. I think there is a mod for it, but it looks a little too script heavy for my tastes, and I didn't really prioritize installing it. Next, pillaging. 10% chance to loot an additional magic item from people you kill. Yes, that's a cool effect, but we don't really need the magic items that badly. Let's see if we can get over there. And I think that was the last ramp we could have come down instead of the path that we took. believe so. So this path continues on that way. What's up there? Bummer. Fortunately, these ones aren't very interesting. They just kind of stand around, apparently. Guess we should be practicing our illusion while we're at it. The spell we have is Crying Eye, makes enemies less likely to detect us, but doesn't seem very likely that these Falmer detect us anyway unless we run into them. Spiders, though. Spiders can. Oh, there he goes. That's a pressure plate. Looks like that hallway continues. What's up here? Should probably quick save. There's one pressure plate. Sometimes there'll be another. Some of these areas have just multiple paths. Okay, I think this is the way we should be going first, and then this will be our way out. Yes. Yep, that's a second pressure plate. Body. Falmer. The person. How foolish to move through this place so quickly. It's taken me only a few hours to crack the back gate. Maybe I'll donate a cup or two, but Crag says he knows some private buyers who will pay handsomely for a working trinket. There has to be one in here. Side doors are all locked, but this chest should have one or two things of value. When I get out, I'm going to buy myself a castle. That's it. Perhaps it was trapped. I'm not seeing a trap. Some of these doors look like they were picked and opened. Nothing in here but more metal. Unfortunately, we're basically full already. Suppose you don't need the circlet. Okay, expert. Yeah, sweet spot probably around here. Oh, wrong way. Got it. Dwarven armor, shield, boots, helmet, gauntlets, full set. And this door. Let's see, so we're looking in here. Not so bad for an expert lock. Steel gauntlets of major wielding. One-handed attacks do 25% more damage. We don't have that enchantment yet, so we'll definitely take it. That might, yep, over-encumber us. Okay. It'll be what it will be. A little nervous about this chest with that centurion right there. This is not the first time we've run into one of those. Sword of Flames. We already have that enchantment, so even though it's good money, I'm not going to take it. We'll take the actual money, the scroll, and not even the... I guess the ring is just so light. We should... Okay, adapt. Get somewhere in here. Yes, and I believe this is back to near where we started. So we'll want to come out here. Meaning we'll take the stairs and head this way. Watching for the next pressure plate. One there, one there. Did I take the wrong turn? Oh, right, we're supposed to go up. Up, up, up the stairs we go. And then back to Nchuand-Zel main chamber. Okay, we made it down to this camp. I knew if we dug deep enough, we'd eventually hit some fresh ruins. Markarth, a city built upon a city. From early pieces recovered, we've determined the name of the city is Nchuand-Zel. But past that, we have very little info. We've been given an escort though, and tomorrow we'll delve into the city proper. Line break. It's only a day, and I already missed my desk and chair. I thought it would be a little more fun to explore, but so far it's just been fighting spiders and getting to view an occasional rubble pile. Hopefully we get to the main ruins soon so we can set up a camp and I can start cataloging some of the items I've been able to find. Next page. We found the armory earlier, and Ari has stayed behind to find a way into the main vault. If anyone can open those locks, it's him. We've kept going and settled up here for the night, since the guards say it will be easy to defend. I've put up a few runes, just in case. Which are the runes we have been running into? Thanks, Krog. I know all the machines are quiescent, but still give me the heebie-jeebies. Heebie-jeebies, I tell you. Nothing back there, I don't think. Nchuand-Zel control. Kind of hard to aim without a cursor. Pressure plate. Oh, that was... I'm used to having my spell in my left hand. Why is it not hitting? I am still taking alchemy ingredients, though we're really trying to watch our weight because it is just such easy XP. So little extra weight. And it's also worth a lot once you make a potion. After making our way down the mine and through the spiders, we finally made it down to Nchuand-Zel proper. They've built the city into the very cave walls that house it. Amazing. Nchuand-Zel hums with life, but its guardians lay dormant. Hopefully we can learn more as we go deeper. Next page. This area seems to be where two of the city's families lived. We spent some time studying this tree outside the dwellings, but cannot figure out what its significance is. Strom will be remaining behind with one of the students to further study this area in greater depth. I look forward to reading his notes on the subject. Next page. Today we entered the city's armory. The Falmer have yet to break in to the best of the dwarven goods thanks to the sturdy dwemer locks. Ares said he'd be able to get into the vaults and would send word when he's in. The spiders gave us much trouble, but who could have foreseen they've been the only thing keeping Markarth safe. Safe from the Falmer, I assume. And, oh no, we have killed Nimhi, the great big guardian spider that has apparently been keeping Markarth safe from the Falmer. After exiting the armory, we made camp, but the Falmer had been watching us, and finally tired of our intrusion. They came while we slept and slaughtered what guards were left. Meridia, forgive me for using my students as a distraction to get away, but I have to bring this place back to life. Next page. Only a couple words. Too many. Couldn't hit switch. Switch, eh? Automated defenses, said that journal. If indeed the spiders were the only thing keeping the Falmer away from the city of Markarth, then yes, the city does need defenses against them. Uh-oh, that's not dead. Switch to sword, please. Switch to sword. Oh, here they come. They're speedy. I'm sure sword's not great against solid metal either. At least it's not poisoning me. Out of stamina. Lights out. I see someone over there. A sliding Falmer. Great. Just Skyrim things. I think the thing that went wrong there is they don't have an animation set for wielding a staff and a shield at the same time. It's not a very common combination of items, so I'm not surprised that they wouldn't have the animation set missing. I'm almost wondering if a mod added that particular Falmer loadout. There's a lever, or switch, as Crouch called it. That is an enchantment we do not know, so it may be worth taking. As might be that. We'll have to put back one more Dwemer medal then. And heal before we pull this switch. Is the gate not open? Come on. I guess we have to pull the lever first. Alright. Here we go. We may have more than Falmer to contend with once this is pulled. The way is open to us. Chest. Orcish helmet down here. Okay, it looks like this is just like a treasure room, and maybe we can hop down here to get back out more quickly. Yes. Well, that was decisive. One hammer blow. Both the Falmer dead. I don't feel safe enough to stay here and mine the Moonstone. That Falmer and that machine seem to be staring at each other. I think they're supposed to be fighting right now, but oh well. We're not going to meddle. I think we are supposed to see one or two more examples of machines fighting the Falmer. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh. Let's get out of here. We'll see if they know how to operate doors. They do. Come on. Sword and shield, please. Looks like the Falmer wounded that one. Okay, we got the level up, so we will use it. We're working on Magicka right now. And we'll once again use this very convenient pillar. Nice, clean, severed that from its wheels. Good job, Nalja. Let's get out of here before more come. Let's see. There we go. And there's iron here. That could be useful. Alright folks, hope it's okay if I just mine this iron real quick. We are trying to work on smithing. Really, I almost was able to get to the arcane blacksmith perk so we can improve our current weapons and armor, but it requires 40 smithing and we weren't quite able to get there. So iron is really helpful because we can use it as iron. It's required for basically everything. Or we can transmute it into silver or gold to use with gems and advance smithing quickly. The old iron daggers method worked back when, way back in the day, smithing was like enchanting, just based on the number of items you make rather than their value. But that was changed so that, like alchemy, the higher value of the item you smith, the more experience you get. I think enchanting is now the only crafting skill that doesn't... Word wall dragons enabled. Look at that. That shouldn't be the case. I have it set to level 80. I have this just set so high because I don't want dragons spawning yet. I don't think we've advanced far enough in the main quest to that anyway. We're trying actually not to advance in the main quest. Well, we can tell Kalsama a little bit of what we found.
I have things to study. What is it?
Well, I've killed Nimhi for you at long last. Sorry about that.
Gratitude. That spider had been interfering with my excavations for months. As promised, is the key to the Dwemer Museum. Mind the displays. Some of them are quite fragile.
Well, we ended up breaking in there already without the key. I also found this expedition journal.
Let's see. Ah, so that's what happened to Staben. Tragic. But I warned him he was leading those people on a fool's errand. Unfortunately, sometimes the stone of scholarship is built on the foundation of death. I'll inform the king. Here, I usually pay researchers for their work when they emerge from the ruins, but they won't be needing it anymore. Spells and incantations, for those with the talent to cast them.
I'm just going to quick buy some petties since we're trying to fill them up. No empty grands, unfortunately. I don't think we really have anything to sell. Yep, we left all the staves behind.
A most pleasant chat. Until the next.
Oh, now we're overburdened. Okay. Oh, because of the extra reward money. Okay, well, we can disenchant something. We can disenchant that mace. Pardon, do you mind if I use this a little bit? Sorry, thanks. I'll be quick. Just the mace for now should be fine. Much better. Okay. And that leaves us ready to possibly meet up with that Khajiit caravan, and then we'll be taking a carriage to Riften. We've got a few things to do there. I'll have to see what time it is. Time seems to run strangely when you're in a Dwemer run. Looks late. Guess it's in the evening.
Ulfric Stormcloak, the rightful High King? What a laugh.
Okay, hopefully that Khajiit caravan has not gone far. I couldn't tell if they were departing or arriving, or just camping. They're far enough from the entrance of Markarth that I don't think I usually end up visiting them, even if I happen to be in town. Looks like it'll be a beautiful evening. Okay, it's Nalja we're looking for.
Be on your best behavior. Khajiit are few, but their will is strong.
Found a note about you from a bandit named Tanita.
So she is dead then. Khajiit always knew it would come to that.
How are you acquainted with a bandit?
This land, it makes for strange bedfellows. Khajiit did not want to talk about this before, because it was a stain on her honor. Her caravan was attacked by Falmer. She was kidnapped and tortured. And there, in her weakness, she made an uneasy alliance. The bandit would break them out of their bonds. Nalja would get them out of the cave.
Must have been some
It
ordeal.
was. Nalja imagines it was much worse for the bandit. She was there for weeks before Nalja was taken. Perhaps this gave her the time to figure out an escape. But before that, she needed Nalja's help. And to get it, she first needed to find a way to speak to her. But the bandit was clever. She would scratch the floor, always in the same rhythm. It took a while before Khajiit realized she was telling Nalja her name. From there, she taught Nalja how to escape her binds, and how often the guard made their rounds. She had it all figured out, except for Nalja. She never understood that Khajiit could never truly be friends. In any case, Nalja thanks you for this news. It would have been difficult to explain to Rissad had the bandit called her by name. Nalja does not have gold to reward you, but she can lend you her blade, if you will accept it. Nalja will dispense any troublemakers.
Well, I think that's added by interesting NPCs. Looks like just a little follower option.
Well, Take a look.
Oh, sorry. Just gonna check if the cats have anything that we want. Not even any useful soul gems. I suppose we could buy ore. Oh, that's very expensive. Okay, good enough.
May your road lead you to warm sand.
I may grab that Nern route just across the river, even if the current's a little dangerous. Oh, it wasn't that deep. Good. Just because we have that quest. Alright, let's get back to the carriage. Finally get back to Riften. Home. I think we'll also, not actually in-game, but our character would stop by at Whiterun on the way to pick up Frost. Where is our cart driver? I don't think you're going to take us, are you? No. Oh, up here? Enjoying the rain?
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good carriage.
I hear you're the man.
Where do you want to go?
I think to Riften.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Straight through.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Alright, he's coming. Just wants to finish his bread, I guess.
You might run into some of them lizard folk in Rift. Quite a few of them work the docks there, not sure why. They like swimming in a lake, maybe.
Dark. Alright, let's get to the guild. Oh, actually, we do want to grab something from Frost. My apologies. I think we did. I looked when between episodes while doing some crafting. We did get the Nightshade and Death Bell that Ingen Blackbriar asked us to find. We don't have all the Nirnroot yet, but we can return those two. I think we also have all of the Fire Salts quested by Element. We'll leave the Nirnroot there for now. Okay. That'll be good for now. We'll have to grab the rest of the stuff later once we dump some of this Dwemer metal. Take the quick entrance right here. Where is everyone? Danelia, where is everyone?
If you're looking for extra work, talk to Vex or Delvin.
Yeah.
They'll fix you up.
I am looking for Vex or Delvin. Are they sleeping right now? Oh, sorry about the camera, folks. In the cistern. Yeah, they must be sleeping. We need to find Brynjolf. Check in how things are doing here at the guild. We've been away for quite a while.
You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever want to talk about anything, you let me know.
Oh, there's Bryn.
Yes, lass. Did you need something?
How's the guild doing?
Take a good look around you. Have you ever seen the guild in such a prosperous state? With Mercer Frey gone, and our influence spreading across Skyrim, the guild's earned a new level of respect it hasn't seen in decades. I couldn't be more proud to be part of the Thieves Guild, or of its new guildmaster.
New guildmaster?
Eyes open and walk with the shadows.
Oh, that's... Are we guildmaster now? I'm curious. I know there's guildmaster armor that we can get, but I'm not sure where that would be. Well, I guess it's another thing just to look at between episodes. Alright, well, Delvin and Vex must be sleeping then. Suppose we can do the same. There's Vex.
I got another special request, and I specifically asked for you. You're making a name for yourself, that's for sure. But more important, you're making a name for the guild. Keep it up.
What's the special request?
Got word from Torsten Cruelty in Windhelm that a rival guild is trying to get itself started. Not only that, but they're giving us thieves a bad name by murdering their marks. Get over there and see what you can do.
Well, I finished that special Markarth job at least.
I hear Endon's quite pleased to have his merchandise back. He's a powerful ally in Markarth. Should help the guild regain a foothold in the west. I think you'll find that the guild is beginning to grow. We've had a merchant move into the space right outside the flagon. It's nice to shake off the cobwebs and get things rolling again. Keep this up, and I can see a bounty headed our way.
Okay, we can't ask for extra work because we have that
Walking away without taking work
special Windhelm job.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
Guild master now.
Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature. Looking for some particular books.
What kind of books?
I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his experiments.
You seem to be glossing over some details.
Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation, rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again.
So how can you be certain the journals exist?
Recently, a woman was found, naked and shivering along the road to Dawnstar. The only information the guard could get from her were tales of strange experiments, and Arundel scribbling in his journals.
I see.
Aye.
Sure about that. Okay. Alright, let's at last finish taking care of some business and get Bellamond and the Blackbriar daughter their ingredients. Bright and sunny day here in Riften. Really is beautiful to be back. Hey, Bellamond.
Come to see Ballamond perform miracles with steel, eh?
I've had something to help. Your fire salts.
Amazing. These must have been very hard to come by.
They were.
You've saved my business and warmed an old smith's heart.
And hopefully your forge.
I thank you.
Appreciate it.
Return any time. You're quite welcome here.
Oh, and we can still, at some point, try to retrieve those marks of the Bella we agreed to try to get. Let's see here. Okay, it looks like Ingun is in Elgrim's elixirs, so that's what we'll finish off by handing off.
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
Look, oh, there's Ingun doing her experiments. Well, hello.
Any luck gathering those ingredients?
Nightshade and Deathbell I have.
Perfect. This is just what I needed. Here's some gold for your time. Good. My experiments are at a critical stage, and these are just what I need to finish. Here's some coin for all the trouble. My experiments can't be completed until you've brought me those ingredients. Do hurry.
I'm trying. No gratitude. And it looks like we're now overburdened too. Alright folks, I think that will unfortunately have to be it for today. Between episodes, I will drop off our stuff at home. Maybe do a little crafting. And really just try to sort out those hotkeys and see about that Guildmaster armor. I'm not really sure where we're supposed to have gotten it. I don't think we could have looted it from Mercer Frey. We tried. We were only able to get his weapons and the Eye of the Falmer that he was holding. So, thanks for watching. Keep an eye on the YouTube page for when I schedule my next stream. Unfortunately, we're not on a set schedule right now. I just fit it in whenever I can, and I was off work today. So hope to see you all next time, and thanks for watching. Goodbye until then.